Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Pat. I am a polyglot, a language coach, and a psychotherapist. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about something combining all of these three professions that I have and talk to you about the importance of presence when learning a foreign language. Now, I'm not talking about gifts. I'm not talking about giving presents, not the ones you give at Christmas. No, I'm talking about the presence that always is, the ever present, and how it can really help you get very proficient and effective at learning foreign languages if you learn to master it. A lot of the time I coach adults, especially at the beginning of their journey, a lot of them struggle to stay present when in class. They have thoughts that come in of, oh, I can't remember this word, oh, I'm not good enough. They start thinking in English, and it takes them away from being present and speaking their target language, which is what you've got to do. If you want to learn a foreign language, you've got to think in it as much as you can and speak in it as much as you can. If you've got a language session or a lesson and you're speaking to your teacher, and half of that time you're not even mentally there, you're often la la land thinking about something else, it's going to take you a lot longer to learn. Now, this is true for any skill, but certainly with languages, you have to be very present and attentive and listen properly to the person you're speaking to, because ultimately all of the knowledge that you want to get from someone is coming out of their mouth. Yeah, they're speaking, so you have to be listening. And presence is a very important part of this. So, how can we learn to be more present when learning a foreign language? One of the things I find people come across is feelings that are very uncomfortable. They feel embarrassed when they make a mistake. They feel angry when they can't remember a word. Now, if you can master your emotions a little bit, and by master, I don't mean dominate them, I just mean accept them. If you can be okay with feeling a little bit upset, being a bit frustrated, oh, I can't remember that word, the quicker you can be okay with that feeling of frustration, you might feel it in your body somewhere. You might feel it in your stomach or in your chest or in your head, wherever you feel it. If you can bring your attention to that and not the story that comes with it, okay, so this is a bit of like psychotherapy, a bit of a psycho-spiritual healing, okay? It's not that deep, but it's very, very effective. If you can be okay with these emotions that come up during your lessons and accept them and go, oh, okay, and not listen to the story that comes with them, because the story is the issue. The problem is not feeling frustrated. That's completely normal. Everyone gets that. If there's a word that you know and you can't remember it, of course it's going to feel frustrating. You're like, oh, I can't remember it. But people get caught up in that. They get caught up in that, oh, I can't remember it, and therefore I am stupid, and oh, I was always bad at school, and oh, language learning really isn't for me. You see, the unnecessary stories that we trick ourselves into believing them to be true, but they're not. They're not. What they are is part of your defense mechanism to not feel the emotion. But I won't get too deep into that right now. But on a practical level, for language learning, yeah, to be present, you have to be okay and accepting of what is. The more okay you are with whatever comes up, these emotions and frustrations, whatever the feeling is, the more okay you are with it, the quicker you can move on, and the more mistakes you can make. If you allow yourself to be open to making mistakes, the more mistakes you learn, and I've talked about this in other videos, how mistakes really are not mistakes. They are learning points that we all need to go through. They're phases you have to go through to learn a language. It's just science. It's just physics. You're never going to be able to speak a language fluently unless you reproduce it a lot of times, and in the process of that you're going to make mistakes. So how can you be okay with making loads of mistakes? Well, Be okay with the emotions, and this will bring you into presence. And that presence, extremely powerful. All you've got to do is just be aware of what's coming up and just accept it. If you find your mind wanders off somewhere, that's okay. Just bring it back. Bring it back. Get present. Start again. Move on. Don't get caught up in the mind stories. The emotions can come. Let them come like waves. Let them crash down and carry on with your learning. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, give it a like, and I will see you in the next one.